Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody's doing well. You're having a good Tuesday night. We're excited to be here. We have new things that we're going to be sharing with you, which we always love to do here at Just Jill. And it's always fun to see new, right? So excited to have you with us on our regular Tuesday night schedule and looking forward to chatting with all of you. Please let me know when you're here. Say hi. Let us know where you're from or what you're up to tonight. And we are going to be busy. We usually are. We are really the whole month of October, which if I hadn't worked in retail for so long, I would think it was a little weird, but it's so strange that October is our Christmas decor month, right? Because I haven't even bought candy yet for Halloween, but that's just kind of the way it goes. Hi, Mary. Hi, Rosalie. Thanks for being here. You may hear puppies whining a little bit in the background. Hi, Teresa. It's their bedtime and they are not very happy about it. So I have my AirPods in. Hopefully that will quiet the noise a little bit. But who knows, we may be hearing squeals or you may softly hear them in the background. Everything's going on well. Merle was asking about the puppies. If you didn't know, if you weren't here last Thursday, yes, we have adopted two puppies. Two Rottweiler puppies. If I remembered that one puppy was a lot, I will tell you that two puppies is like having four. It's not twice as much. It's exponentially more. I won't lie. I've had a few tired, exhausted moments of tears. Not anything about the dogs, just completely overwhelmed because it's you get one settled and going potty and you turn around and the other one that you thought was okay decided to go again, or we have a little, exercise pen for them and they get all excited and then they poop and then they are trotting around getting your attention and you're just hoping they don't trot and roll in the poop. And so I've done more loads of laundry with washable pee mats and dog beds in the last week than I have of my own laundry, I feel like, in the last year. But they are so darn cute. And Kelsey and I did our first puppy kindergarten class today. Their names are Kelsey and Tug. So sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent, which we all know I do. We brought the puppies home last week. So they've been home with us for a week now. They will be 11 weeks old on Friday. So they're young, but so cute. And so Kelsey, I'm going to do puppy kindergarten with each of the dogs, but I'm doing them in separate classes because part of what you want litter mates to know is that they can handle things on their own. They're not always relying on their other litter mate for moments of stress or worry, or that's the only person I can have fun with, whatever. So Kelsey and I went bopping over to puppy kindergarten today. There's three other dogs in the class. One person didn't show up today, but there was a 13-week golden retriever puppy. Oh my gosh, just a big puffball. And then there was a 13-week-old Bernese mountain dog. And as somebody who's had Rottweilers for the last 16 years of my life, I never thought my Rottweiler puppy would be the smallest puppy in a puppy class because Rottweilers are usually bigger, but poor Kelsey was the youngest, but she did great. I'm not going to say she was the star of puppy kindergarten, but she performed admirably. And I had worked with this gal who does the training before with Wilbert and Broski. So I sort of knew her methods. And we've been practicing those at home. So Kelsey showed right up there and she knew how to sit and she knew how to leash walk and do all the things. So super cute. Those puppies are just so cute. So Tug and I go on Thursday. We'll see what happens. He did fine here without her. She was fine without him. So that's a really good sign. And so we'll see how Tug performs in puppy kindergarten. He's a little more chill and laid back. We go out to go potty. He just plops on the grass hey, this is a good place to hang out for a while. Meanwhile, Kelsey's zooming all over the place. High energy for sure. But anyway, so it's been fun. The puppies have been tons of fun. Kylie, by the way, is in the chat tonight. So if you have any questions about some of the things I'm going to show you, feel free to ask. If there's anything that you want me to show you again as we're going through things or any other specifics, please feel free to ask in the chat. Kylie's monitoring that. Excuse me just a second. I'm drinking the yummiest seltzer. It's bipolar. Okay, that sounded funny. No, it's not a bipolar drink. It is manufactured. The brand name is Polar, and it is a blood orange lemonade. No calories, no sugar, enjoyable. Really good. Mm. Do you guys like seltzer? I enjoy it. I never thought I would, but I really do. I used to love to drink club soda with lime. My dad always drank that. And so a lot of times, if we go out or something, if I have a glass of wine, great. If I decide, I want to wean off that for the night, I'll do a club soda with lime. Sometimes when we're just out and I just don't feel like drinking any alcohol, club soda with lime. Plus in the summertime, it's just so refreshing. Anyway, so I love a good flavored seltzer. Polar is my favorite brand. I love their pink grapefruit, but this blood orange lemonade is a very nice second. All right. So what's going on with everybody? I hope you all had a great weekend. It is warm here in the Philadelphia area. The temperatures are it was almost 80 degrees. So I said to Doug this afternoon, we were out with the pups, and I said, well, listen, if we were going to have to be outside a million times potty training dogs, I'm happy to be doing it in this kind of weather as opposed to what it's like here in February, right? So hopefully we can get them trained a little bit so that the winter, whenever that hits, won't be too harsh. All right, so tonight we are going to be showing you some new things you have not seen all season, things we've been waiting to show you. I want to touch on a couple of things that are our best sellers, just because we haven't seen them in a while. And then also want to start getting your brain wrapped around a little bit gifting. And, what are some items that we have here at Just Jill that might cross some nice gift names off of your list as you're shopping. If you've never shopped with us before, all of the items that I'm showing you are through my own store, justjillshop.com. Shipping and handling is included with all of your orders. So whether you order one thing or 10, it's all covered. Whether we're shipping to you in Southern California, Arizona, Maine, Florida, Idaho, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, wherever we're shipping it, no problem. Contiguous 48 states only. And then just the things that we have for you are a nice variety tonight. I've got a new Cardinal set that I think you'll like. We've really been bringing you a lot of flameless candles this year. And what's funny is last year, many of you were asking me for candlesticks or candle holders. So we have 3 of those that we're going to show you tonight. I'm excited. They're all very different. One is very classic, one is whimsical, and one is kind of more like elegant harvest into winter. So we'll be showing you those things coming up. We also brought in specifically for a few of the candlesticks, we brought in from our flameless candle collection, all of our flameless candles that we've shown you to date, with the exception of the Christmas tree shape, have been in glass. And I love that. I think they're so elegant. And, it's kind of this idea of already having a glass hurricane over it. But when I was looking at some of the candlesticks that we have, and you can see some of them behind me here, I needed a smaller diameter candle to be able to offer you if you wanted to buy it from us to go along with it. So what this company had was just your classic 3-inch round flameless candle. This one has a little bit of a well in it, which I really like because you don't necessarily see the bottom of the stem of the faux flame. It still flickers, as you can see. So this particular version is going to be all wax, as the others are. It just doesn't have glass around it, but it's a little smaller in diameter. This one's a 3-inch diameter, as opposed to our others, which are 3.5, which is going to allow it to either, on our beautiful Mercury glass set of 2 candlesticks, sit very nicely down into that particular well, as you can see. And on our Jingle Bell candlesticks, which I have in this soft matte white and a red, notice these graduate in size, and there's actually marbles in there. So it kind of sounds like jingle bells. Not that you're going to be walking around hearing that, but I just think it's kind of fun that they did that. So there's the matte white set of 2. There's the red that you see back there. And this 3-inch diameter candle is just it's like it needed to be 2.98 to sit down in the well, but it will sit on top of it just fine. And the same is true with our glass ones. Here, a lot of you have these already. It will sit right on top. So you can still use your glass ones, just know it won't sit down in, it'll sit on this outer edge. So you kind of, most of you probably have candles one way or the other. And if you don't, check out our flameless candle collection that we have here at Just Jill. All right, so a couple things I want to show you. The first item I want to show you, Kylie, we left the door thing on the corner. Oh. Can you just grab that for me super quick? The first item I'm going to show you, everybody, any chance there might be a reorder on the 3.5 by 4? Yes, I just need to do it. Debbie, we'll get those back in before the holidays as long as they have them available. I will tell you that every time I go back to that vendor to reorder, I'm able to see the quantity that's available and it gets smaller and smaller. But yes, we will. We'll bring those in. Okay. And again, if you have any other questions, Kylie's going to put those all up for me. And also share what you've been ordering, what you've found. Like if you've received some of your orders lately, what are you loving? How did we delight you? I would love to know that. I'd love to know what you're loving. I'd love to know, the kind of themes that you're purchasing for your home this holiday season, and maybe where we can bring in other things for you as we look ahead already to 2025. Phyllis said, I received the champagne shimmer tree, the deer with scarves, and jewelry today. Love, love, love it all. Can't wait to decorate. Thank you, Phyllis. I'm so happy that you're pleased with all of the things that you've found. Let me give you one more announcement. Just going to make that announcement right now. I'll probably say it again. Kylie, maybe you could do a little banner. We didn't talk about this before, but that just popped into my head. That happens a lot. Tomorrow night, we're going to do another Facebook Live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow night is the debut and the first time that you will be able to buy the 2024 Christmas limited edition Santa and Mrs. Claus from Buyer's Choice. They will be making their debut tomorrow. You want to make sure, if you want to collect those, that you are taking advantage of our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram Live tomorrow, because it seems that our Christmas versions of these Santas and Mrs. Claus go very quickly. I am not reordering these. I will tell you, we did 100 Santas and we did 50 Mrs. Claus, and when they're gone, they're gone. So that's what we're bringing in. So it's a smaller limited edition than we've done before. But if you want them, they are signed by me. I signed all 150 of the little medallions that will be on the bottom. Joyce Byers signed the base where the feet go, and those will be debuting tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow night, the debut of our Buyer's Choice Santa and Mrs. Claus. I think that you will be delighted. Okay, so let's start with this cute little item that I absolutely love. I'd never seen anything like it. I think you kind of have to see it and have me explain it. I'm going to find it real quickly because I'm going to call it up for you in a second to show you a picture of it that Kylie took in our home. All right. So this is this item. Picture, okay, wherever you are in your house right now, okay, take a quick look around your doorways and your windows. All right. And the molding, the frame that goes around either your door or window. Okay. I want you to look in the upper right-hand corner of that molding and trim. Okay. Nothing there, right? Have you ever decorated there? Probably not. Well, how about if I told you this adorable little item? I love it so much. Santa, reindeer, and then you get a puzzle piece that fits here. And with my bad eyes, let me do it the right way so I can get it into place.
The whole team is obsessed with this.
Yeah, our whole team is obsessed with this. And this says North Pole Workshop, Dear Dorms, Elven Cafe, This fits over that corner of the molding of your door or your window. How cute. It is not finished painted on both sides, just the one side. So let me just show you. If you're still like, wait, I don't get it, let me do this real quick for you. I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Here we go. And sharing. Okay, so look how cute. Look how adorable that is, how it fits. So it goes right along the top of that molding, comes down on the side. As you walk in to a room, you're going to see it. Imagine that in your kids' rooms. Imagine that in your kitchen. You know, maybe even just, is there a place where you sit and you look out a window all the time? Wouldn't it be so cute to see Santa and the reindeer and the cute little North Pole signage coming down? So this has all been laser cut out of wood. It's all been, hand painted, kind of like really more like stencil painted, all done in reds and greens. Let me come back to me here real quick. Hi. Super cute. When I saw these, I just thought it was just, I hadn't seen it before. And when that happens, that's something. I have worked in retail with Christmas in July and Christmas for decades. So I feel like there's not a lot I haven't seen, but this was something I had never seen. It's $29. So it's a really great price point for those of you that say, oh gosh, I don't have room for another Christmas anything. You have room for this because you've never done this before. And then when you take it apart, they just fit together like a puzzle piece. See? That's what you have to store. Okay? So really cute, great detail. There's the sign. There's the Santa. There's all the reindeer. So cute. And $29 brand new. We haven't shown that to you at all. And I wanted to show it to you in person because I feel like it just needs a smidge of an explanation. But if you're in, you're in. And if you like this idea, I know this particular vendor does other designs too. So maybe next year we could bring you some different ones, because now you could like do every doorway and window in your house. Okay, maybe not that much, but it would be fun to have a couple different ones throughout your house. But I love the idea of the Santa, the sleigh, and like the magic of all of the little North Pole workshop, deer dorms, and Elven Cafe. All right. So if you're interested in that, make sure you get that. I'll also remind you that with all of our holiday items at this point, it's all what we have is what we have. And we've sold out of a lot. You all know that. I mean, I was able to get more of that Norfolk pine, which was, amazing until they completely sold out. And, but other than that, everything that we have is what we have. We're not ordering more for this year. This is it. And so if you see things you like, make sure you dial in. All right. So let's talk about, here's another item. So same kind of idea. I love Santa sleigh reindeer. I just do love the silhouette. And I also love, I think you've probably seen that in some of the different items that I choose. I love it when I can find things that are more narrow, like not so big and bulky, but can fit in those narrow spaces, that can fit along the ledge of a windowsill, that can sit along a narrow mantle, those kinds of things, or a narrow shelf. So this was another piece that I absolutely love. This is from another one of our great vendors. This is more to me in our, almost like our forest frost collection, or woodland frost, because it's a little more rustic, but it's this very nice wood base. And then you get this metal piece that fits in with this beautiful cutout of the Santa and the sleigh, and then the reindeer prancing in front. So you could do this, and if you picked up that Norfolk pine garland, you could do that on your mantle, put this here, maybe do a couple of our flameless candles on each side. If you're interested in some of our brand new Mercury glass, these are gorgeous. I'll show them to you. They're distressed, so they look authentic. They look really beautiful and vintage. I'm loving them. So you could, do a combination of those. If you just wanted to use our regular flameless candles with these, you could do that. Just a really, really nice piece. Great on a windowsill. I totally agree, Mary. And I love this piece the minute I saw it. They had different designs, but I was like, nope, Santa and reindeer, please. I just loved it. I don't know what it is about this silhouette, the detail. I love how they did really nice intricacy on the antlers. I like the profile of Santa. You know, those things are all important to me. If one of those is off, I'm movingon.org. But when I see like this little graceful swirl of the rail of the sleigh in the back and how it looks like there's a little thing of toys there, you know, is that a doll? Is it a teddy bear? What is it? Then there's the Santa. And then I love how this swirled up. So really, really nice piece. I think I'll have Kylie check the length on this. I'm going to say maybe 13 or 14 inches long.
Double check.
What do you think?
Pulling it up. It is
What's the longest number, the biggest number?
17 and a half.
Oh, 17 and a half, even longer than I thought. And there are little feet on the bottom there. So it won't damage any surface. So really, really, again, slim, but long and narrow and just a really nice silhouette. If you have a cabin or a lodge, you know, if you have a mountain house, those kinds of things, this will be great. Love this with your rich burgundies, your really beautiful forest greens. But also I love this if you're somebody who does more of like that farmhouse decor with your rustic whites and things, even though this isn't white necessarily, I think sort of the antique rusted look of the Santa and the reindeer play very nicely there. So great style, great look, brand new. When it's gone, it's gone. All right. So there's that.
It would look good with the metal townhouses, I think.
Yeah, Kylie said the metal townhouses, it could look nice with that. So if you like mixing metals, that's an option for you for sure. All right, so there's that, which is brand new. Let's talk next about cardinals. And, you know, we do have a lot of really nice cardinal items available over at the shop. So whether it's our cardinal vase that a lot of you have, our cardinal lantern has been a perennial bestseller, our cardinal ornaments, they look like crystal. They're made of acrylic. They have the most beautiful glow. Those are on sale right now. So check those out. But this is a little duo that we wanted to bring in. Excuse me. And I really love it. I was telling Kylie, like, let's do a little tray with our cardinals and our green flameless candle tree. So, whoa. So here's that cute little setup. So this is, you don't get this obviously, but it is available. This is our new green version of the tree. But look at those pretty holiday cardinals. I'm going to grab each one so you can see the detail. I loved these. Because I think, first of all, the sculpt is very nice. You know, not all cardinals in decor are created equal, and these are beautiful. But I love this sort of garland going all the way around with the dimension of those holly leaves, the holly berries, a subtle little bit of sparkle on there, just to give it a little shimmer. And then it's sitting on this little kind of piece of, almost looks like driftwood, but like a little log, and it has a little bit of shimmer too. So I feel like the shimmer is in just the right places. It's not overly like glitterified. I don't think we need a glitterified, is that even a word? It is now, glitterified or glitzy cardinal. But I think having just a little bit of sparkle so that when you have things like a flameless candle next to it, look how pretty when that is flickering, it picks up the little bits of the sparkle. Look at the difference. You see that? It's up here, you know, so that it might be down over here. It's just picking up those little hints of shimmer as you're looking at it. So that's the one, but remember, this is a set of two. So this is the other one that you're going to get. And so this one is kind of perched a little bit more forward, has its tail up in the air. Beautiful detail, again, gorgeous coloration. It's all been hand painted. I love the texture of that sort of holly wreath, and you get the two of them. So really nice. You know what else this will work nicely with is we have our brand new red Mercury glass candlesticks. These are 7 inches and 9 inches. And if you even wanted to, I don't know if all of them will work or not, but you could use even the candlestick as a, not like that, but you could use the candlestick as a little pillar for display. Sharon, for this particular vendor, no. I mean, I've been handling them and I don't have glitter on my hand. So what I always tell everybody is if you buy anything from us that has some shimmer on it, when you unpack it, just dust it off like this a little bit in your garage or over the trash can, because it's been boxed up for a while. The friction of the styrofoam or whatever packing materials in there may have rubbed against it. But once you do that, it's done. Like you've taken off what's loose, and it's going to stay looking great and shimmery, and not be leaving traces of it all over your house. So I'm picky about that. That's something that we always check when we're looking at products. It could be the best item of the world, but if it's colored in cruddy glitter that comes off everywhere, again, Bernadette and I are like, moving on. Like that's, we don't want that. We don't want that for you. That's not what we're going to bring you. So, and again, these aren't overly glittery. Remember, it's just the little log they're sitting on, and it's just a little bit of shimmer there around the neck. So 2 great pieces. You get both of them if you're interested. Again, think about what a pretty little display this could be using. So for those of you who have our Norfolk pine garland, or maybe you have another garland, so you put that down. I would use some of the red candlesticks. Brenda, I'm glad you like them. You use the red candlesticks, and those can have flameless candles on them. We do also, don't forget, we have this set of 4 candle rings. So those are nice to put on top of the flameless candles. Use one of our flameless candles on top there. Do a little motif here. I mean, and then you've got your green garland. How pretty. Simple, easy, traditional, classic reds and greens. You can never go wrong. If you have our green shimmer trees, beautiful to mix this in. But again, don't overlook our green flameless candle tree, because that brings out the green in this as well. There's some nice highs and lows in the green of that holly. So that's a really, really nice look too. Brenda said she ordered the pine green Christmas tree candle. I can't wait to get it. These are about 7 inches tall. So again, you could do, like if you did a little, look at the story you could create here, how pretty that deep green is with the red candlesticks. I'm just mad for these red Mercury glass candlesticks. They're so pretty. So you can do that, use our little candle ring, tie in the cardinals, and that could be a very nice display. So all of those are available, justjillshop.com. Shipping and handling is included. The price for the set of 2 cardinals, Kylie?
Let me look really quick.
Not going to work off memory on that one. I don't remember.
39.
$39. Yeah, $39. And that includes your shipping and handling. So if you want the cardinals, $39, make sure you get those.
Somebody had a quick question about the sleigh overhead. They wanted to know if it was heavy or not because they live in California with earthquakes.
With the earthquakes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's lightweight. So it's not, if it fell, it's not going to hurt anybody. I think that's, I don't know if that's why, if you were asking because you wanted it to stay up there, or if you were worried about if it came down, if it would hurt someone, but no, it's not. You can see the thickness here. It's kind of that sort of pressed wood, right? But it's not going to be something where it would fall and hurt anybody. Okay. I grew up in California, so I understand the earthquake equation. All right. Let's see what else. All right, why don't we talk about the candlesticks real quickly? I'm going to take another drink of my refreshing seltzer. All right, so I have 3 colors for you in the Mercury glass. So let's talk about the Mercury glass set first, because this was the original set, and really this was the only set I was going to bring in, because I wanted to bring you something that was classic, clean, that you could pull out year after year after year. Frankly, with the champagne and the silver, you could keep them out all year round. If red works in your house, leave them out all year round. It's up to you. I wanted it to be elegant. I wanted it to be usable. I wanted it to be timeless. I didn't want to have any crazy pattern, texture, anything like that. I just wanted a set of really pretty candlesticks. This all started for me back when I was working at QVC. I used to do a show called Your Home with Jill, which was all about decor and, putting these things together for you. And I know I had so many pillar candles from Luminara at the time, and I had not enough things to do with them. I mean, it was just like, how many flameless random candles can I have around the house? And so when I was doing Your Home with Jill, I actually worked with one of the vendor who does this. And at the time, Valerie was helping me, and we created a single wooden candlestick, and we put a little zhuzh in front of it. I don't know if it had pumpkins or beads or something. And I remember the buyer at the time at QVC was just like, I don't know if people are going to get this. And I was like, you've probably sold 1 million of those flameless candles. What aren't they going to get? Like, they have the candle, they want to do something with it. Let's make it easy and make it pretty. So it was really funny because we did this little collection, and there was the candlestick, there was I think there was a wreath, and there was a garland that went with it. And I thought, because the candlestick was going to be a really good price point, I mean, I think at the time it was, maybe $29 or $32 or something. I thought they were going to buy a ton of them. Well, she didn't bring in that many, the buyer at the time. And lo and behold, we just did a show and mention of it, like, oh, here's something that's coming up real quickly. And then the rest of the group is coming up later. And that candlestick blew out. And it kind of started a precedent, I have to tell you. Like, no other line, even Valerie at the time, was not doing candlesticks like that. And so we kind of started something. Like Michael Jackson, want to be starting something. Well, we were starting something. We started the candlestick craze. So, oh my gosh, Lorene, I still have those original candlesticks that you created with Christmas and Harvest. Yes, we did some beauties. I have them too. Actually, I bring the Christmas ones we did were gold, and they had like some pretty. We did a red ribbon with gold trim on it, and some berries and had fruit on it. The beaded fruit. I love the beaded fruit. So anyway, that's a long explanation as to why I'm doing candlesticks for all of you now. I love them. So it's a set of 2. You'll get a 7-inch and you'll get a 9-inch. Okay. Look at the glow of that red. I just think they're fantastic. And here's what else I love. We didn't just shrink down the big one in the small one. So they're a little different, but look how nice they look. So it's almost like, that you happen to find them, or, somebody made this custom special set for you. So that's the red, gorgeous, gorgeous, ruby, fabulous red. Tie a ribbon in the front, take one of our picks and then tie your ribbon around front, change the look of it. Our candle rings, our set of 4 minis, they fit on top of here beautifully. And then these are our 2-inch flameless candles, and they'll fit right down in there. And look how nice that is. Isn't that a nice look? I really like that a lot. That works really nicely. So ask about these or look for them. Kylie can give you information. You get 4 of them. So you can use these for, so many different things, napkin rings, whatever. But the fact that you get 4 of them, you could do 1 on each of your candle rings and then still do 2 small votives in front of it and have it all coordinate really nicely. In addition to the red, we also have this gorgeous champagne and then the silver. Again, 7 inches and 9 inches. I want to show you some things on the 2 metallic finishes because they really are designed. You see how it's sort of faded and looks vintage? It's supposed to look like this. If you don't like that kind of worn Mercury look, don't order these. All right. I just want to set expectations. At a distance, I don't think you see it at all. But if you're somebody who, when you walk by them, you're going to think, oh, I wish it was just like all solid. It's not. On the champagne, as you can see, it has more of like a worn vintage look, but that's the soft champagne. And then here is the silver, and you can see the classic silver kind of has that sort of a mercury glass sort of spotted look. Really nice weight to these. They're not overly heavy, but they don't feel flimsy either. I think they have a really nice weight to them. They do look antique, Danette. You're right. That's why I liked them. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have things that aren't looking so perfect, right? Because then it looks so mass produced. I don't know. I kind of like the uniqueness here of the Rustic champagne. And then here is the silver, which again is just nice and shiny, but has a little bit, if I come in close, you can see certain points of it have that sort of Mercury glass kind of modeling to it. So pick your favorites. Something else that we were playing around with was we have these cute sets of our votives. Have you seen these? This is one of my, I say this about everything, don't I? This is one of my favorite items. I love our collection so much, but I think you can never go wrong having votive holders. So this is our matte silver with the white snowflakes. You get a set of 2, and frankly, both of them will fit there. So if you wanted to use the larger one and then do the smaller one, that could be really cute, but that's a really nice size. And then we sell our votives too in a little tea light. It's a set of 4 for like, I think $29 or something on a timer, but that's something else you could do with that, which is really pretty. So think about that because you might like that, especially if you're doing winter whites or you're doing sort of this metallic story, which I love. They're great. And then let's take winter, Christmas out of it. When aren't you going to enjoy those? I mean, you'll have these out with our flameless candles like this in your dining room, on your mantle, on your kitchen table, on a console table, 12 months out of the year. So think about that when you're thinking about the investment that you're making in these. This was going to be the only set I brought in. I'll explain why I brought in the others. But this was the only set because I felt like, okay, this is an investment in holiday decorating. But when all the holiday hoopla is gone, they're still going to leave these out. You're still going to want to use these. So this is our 3.5 inch in diameter, fits there just fine. And then what we also brought in just for you, we did a version without the glass around it. Still all wax, but again, look at the difference. This is why I love this line. We have a little well. Can you see that? Okay. It's hard with the light, isn't it?
I'm going to turn it down.
See the well there? So what that does is it allows that, it looks like it's melted down a little bit, but you still see that flickering flame. So this is a 3-inch diameter, 6-hour timer, and fits perfectly. So if you're wanting flameless candles with a different height, maybe without the glass, this is the candle we brought in for you, all done in the wax. Just gives you a little something different. But the glow, if you go read the reviews on our flameless candles, they've blown us away, frankly. I mean, I thought these flameless candles were pretty awesome. And that was saying a lot because I've been a Luminara devotee for as long as they've been in business. I love those candles. They're beautiful. But there was something that I really loved about this glow. And it started for me with the pieces that we had in the glass. But now that I've, have sort of had this sample in our dining room here, I'm loving this just as much too. And you do get some nice glow here through the candle right at the top. So if you do love that glow, maybe we can turn the lights down real quickly, Kylie. I do love seeing that on the pieces that don't have the glass. So here you'll just kind of, we'll bring it down and you can see. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, look. Let's just do everything by candlelight, want to? Or tell ghost stories. No, I won't tell ghost stories. Those are our light up scenes. We'll talk about those. But I mean, just really beautiful, right? So yes, Phyllis, the candle that I'm showing here, this is an all wax flameless candle. It's the same company as the ones that we do in glass. It's the same company that does our tree. It's a 6 inches tall, 3 inches in diameter. Our glass versions like this are 3.5 inches in diameter. We have it in 4 inches and 6 inches. And then the votives are 2 inches in diameter. We have that in 4 and 6 inches. And we have tea lights too. All right. These fit perfect in the metallic candlesticks I just showed you. Perfect. Like they were made for each other. I'll have Kylie bring the lights back up and then we'll talk about the other candlesticks. Stand by, taking another sip of my drink. Okay, any questions real quickly? before I move on to the next version. By the way, also these cute little Christmas tree candles, also these make wonderful pillars for displaying other things. So look how cute that is, right? And we have this candle in gold and ivory as well. But there's the green if you like the red. If you wanted to do the ivory on the champagne, look how pretty that is. I love the ivory on the silver. You see it? So very nice look. Okay. Yes, all these timers, all of these flameless pieces have timers 6 hours. Okay. Can you please show the glass candle on the red candlestick? Yes, Miss Lisa, I will do that for you. Here is the red candlestick. There you go. That's the shorter one. And where's the taller one? Here it is. There you go. Okay. All right. Love, 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 love. No, the over-the-door Santa is not reversible. All righty. Any other questions on the Mercury glass candlesticks? Remember, more of a vintage antique look on the champagne, classic gorgeous red, and sort of that true Mercury glass look with sometimes you get a little bit of the sort of like kind of grayish spotting like modeling, but lots of shine. And the sizes again are 7 and 9 inches. All right, let's move on to the whimsy of candlesticks. So I was only going to do the Mercury candlesticks. That was going to be it. That was it. And then I kept walking around the showroom and then I came across these and I was like, oh, but we're doing so much in reds and whites. Oh, like who wouldn't love to have Jingle Bell candlesticks? So cute. So we brought in these Jingle Bell candlesticks and these graduate in size. I've seen others out there that are sort of all one size. I love this graduation of the bigger bell, the middle bell, the smaller bell. Up on top here, okay, this inner diameter is just shy of 3 inches. So here's our new 3-inch candle. It really wants to fit down in there, and I guess it kind of does, but not quite. So if you balance it just right, you'll get it and it'll be fine. It's not working here because I'm not holding it, because I'm holding it instead of just putting it, you see, like that. All right. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it won't fit. Maybe we're better off just doing our larger one here. That's probably better, right? So if you have a candle that's smaller than 3 inches in diameter, it'll fit inside of the Jingle Bell just fine. If you want to set it on the rim of that candlestick, then you can probably do 3 to 3.5 inches and you'll be okay. With the 3-inch, because it's so close there, you might have to balance it just right. If any of you have that museum wax, have you ever used museum wax to like hold collectibles and stuff in place so they don't knock over? We use it all the time. You could probably put a little bit of that on there and then push it on and then you wouldn't have to worry about it, but that's up to you. So here's our Jingle Bell. These are large. So if you're really looking for something to give you perspective on a larger mantle, or you feel like everything on your console table is all the same size and you need something in the background to create that depth and interest, we have a set of 2 here, the winter white and the red. The smaller of the 2 is 10 inches tall. The taller of the 2, which you'll see back there behind me, is 12.5 inches tall. So great. I love the red. If you did anything with our peppermint park, you're going to love that beautiful red with your peppermint park. I love this matte white. Again, it's a winter white, so it's not optic white. It's a soft white, more of an ivory. So pretty with your winter frost pieces. Again, really nice if you have some of our rustic pieces like the gnomes or our sleigh. I think you'll really like the kind of matte white finish of these particular, and they jingle, yes. Now they're going to be staying on your table. So I kind of am not even sure why they put the jingle in there, because it's not like you're walking around with your jingle bells, but it is kind of fun that they put it in there just as like a little extra. And then here on the bells, we have star cutouts. So they did an adorable job in the execution. Really nice base here, really nice scale. And again, it's about the size. And it's not just, I think, the height of 10 and 12 and a half inches, but it's also sort of like the size of the bells and how they graduate in size, kind of going from the small, the medium, and the large. So really, really cute, really fun. The tallest is 12 and a half inches. You can see them here and back here. The smaller one is 10, the taller is 12 and a half. So it's over a foot tall. If you want to use it with our Christmas tree candles, we did that there. And there you can see we used one of our 3-inch candles and balanced it just fine on the red. So it just takes a little maneuvering to get it just right if you wanted to use that. And yes, the red have the star cutouts as well, Mary. So they're exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the color. And it's a more of a matte finish. It's not shiny. I kind of love that because I think it really makes the red stand out and look really pretty. All right, so that's candlestick set number 2. Could you set a cardinal on top? Well, let's try it. Yes. All right. It's not going to, it's sitting on top of it. It's not sitting down in it. But if you're putting this in an area where you don't have to worry about the table being bumped or anything like that, I think it'll be just fine. And yes, I love to use candlesticks as risers and platforms for my other decor pieces. Yes, they're amazing for all of the flameless candles and things that we have. But if you're looking for something to kind of, display some of your figurines, candlesticks, the same way I use cake plates all the time. I mean, it's a great way for you to display. All right, so there's a look there. And then the last option I have for you here are these beautiful gold pine cones. And so this is a set of 2. They are a set of 2, right, Kylie?
Set of 2 antique bronze.
Oh, we're calling these antique bronze. I think I would call them antique gold. You're going to get 2 of them. They're 5 inches in height. Again, you've got a little well here on the inside. And we found that for this particular diameter, I'm just going to test it here with everything as I'm looking at it. So it's about 2 3/4 of an inch on the inside. So for this particular candle, I really like our votives, our glass-filled votives. And I think that that's a really nice look. This is also a great base for, again, some of your figurines that you might have. Maybe you have some smaller figurines that you want to display. Could be lovely. This gold color, look at the way that they textured this. So it's almost like they found this gargantuan size pine cone and did a dip in gold. That's what it looks like. The sculpt on this is just beautiful. These are lovely with our Norfolk pine garland. This could also be pretty if you wanted to put one of our Christmas trees on top, to tie that all together if you wanted to. You could just put a small little votive here. Here's one of our shorter ones if you like that better. But I like this because I can see this down the center of a table. It's not overwhelming in its height. So it's not going to block your view of somebody sitting across from you, but also really pretty if you wanted to put it on each end of a mantle. And here's the thing with this, you could set this out right now with all of your pumpkin things. So your pumpkins and your fall leaves and, if you have pilgrim figurines or, whatever else you might have out, some of your Jim Shore pieces. I mean, you could put this out now. It's a pine cone. So it looks harvesty. Then you take out the harvest things, you put out all your Christmas things. It looks Christmassy. You put away all of your Christmas things. You could still leave it out during the winter time with some of your pine sprigs. In fact, if you bought our set of 2 Norfolk pine sprigs, you could lay those on the table and then do your 2 pine cones with your flameless candles, and that could be very pretty too. So I love the dimension. I love the texture. I just thought it gave you a little something that, you know, maybe you didn't necessarily have in your assortment, and play around with the different candles that you have and other figures that might work on top of this beautiful pine cone base. All right, so set of 2 there in gold, 5 inches in height. All right, another item. Oh, let me just show you this. I actually really like this too, because if you like greens and golds together, that looks pretty. All right, let me talk to you real quickly. All right, everybody good on our candlestick assortment? So we have the Mercury glass in red, kind of antique champagne and silver. We have the pine cone in an antique gold. It's a true gold. Think of that with your burgundy too. If you had a pretty burgundy velvet or beaded hunter green going down your dining room table, and then you put the gold with that with your flameless candles, pretty. And then we have the Jingle bells, which are done in the winter white and the red, and they are available in a set of 2. One is 10 inches and the second is 12 and a half inches. So hopefully that gives you a little insight into different things that you can do. Oh, and ask about our cute set of votives with the snowflakes too, because these are items you can put out for the holiday season and then leave them out all winter long. They're very pretty nestled in as well with the silver Mercury glass. So again, you could do like a whole little story there. And I think they're $29 for the set of 2. It's a pretty reasonable price. Okay, a couple other things I just want to get to for you real quickly. And we're not hearing the doggies in the background because they're sleeping. Ooh. Until midnight. We have to get up with them and take them out. Okay. Couple quick things. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Are we good? Everybody's good. All right. Making sure there's nothing back there. All right. Couple things I'm going to mention. This lantern is a set of 2. You get this large size and you get a smaller size. Kylie can probably put the information up for you. We just have a few of these left and then they're gone. You all swooped on those when we showed them to you on Thursday. I have to tell you, Kylie and I left this room set up over the weekend, and it was these lanterns, the champagne shimmer trees, the gold and white Christmas tree candles, and some of our other flameless candles just all sprinkled through there. It was the most beautiful display of just glow and glisten and holiday. So if you have the shimmer trees, think about getting these set of lanterns. They don't have any glass on them, which I love. So we don't have to worry about anything breaking. I love the beaded trim around the bottom. You have the snowflakes on all 4 sides. And this larger one actually fits our large 6x6. See how big this is? This is a big guy. It fits our large 6x6 flameless candle just perfectly. And if you want to leave that open, you know, you can do that too. But really, really great set of 2 of those, nice sizes, and all the information's over at Just Jill Shop. All right, let me real quickly talk to you about our LED light up scenes. This is, again, we brought these in for Christmas in July. Our original set sold out. We're back in stock, but limited. And then we also added this cute little colorful snowman. So the whole idea of these, I went crazy when we saw them. Bernadette was laughing. She's like, I don't get it, but okay. I'm like, don't get it? How can you not get it? They're so fun. So first of all, again, small footprint. I keep those things in mind because I know a lot of you are downsizing. I know some of you live in a smaller space. I know a lot of you are trying to like purge some of your decorations and things. And so you want to bring in new things, but you don't have tons of room. And what are you going to have to get rid of? So I like finding things that are smaller and narrower of a footprint. They're easier to store. They don't take up as much room, but they still give you that holiday light and color that you love. So the base on these, and I'll show you some different styles here. This particular one has a white base. There's a little slit there, and inside of that slit is where you have lights. See them? and it is on a timer. So you've got a 6-hour timer. What you get with that is this acrylic scene. And this one is so colorful and whimsical. So it's this cute snowman. It says, "Let it snow." It looks like a snow globe. It has the holly and the poinsettia, cute little presents, Christmas tree, flickering snow. All you're going to do is put your batteries here. You put the scene down in here. You turn it on and it glows. So you'll see it here. Kylie's going to turn the lights down so we can see it. So that's what it looks like without the lights. And that's what it looks like when it's on. Isn't that so cute? And because it's on a timer, these are wonderful night lights in a child's room. These are wonderful in a hallway. The light really glows through that scene very nicely. So let's keep the lights down. That's one option. This is the biggest one that we offer. And again, you can keep that out really all winter because it has a Christmas scene, but then it's also a snowman. So there's that one. That's our biggest size. But then we also have these smaller sizes. So again, still that same little narrow footprint. Cute for a bathroom. I agree, Rosalie. So here is, ready? Who is it? It's Santa. So the cutest, just the cutie patootiest. Look at that vintage Santa. Look at that sweet face. This is the Santa that I feel like I grew up with. If you're a child of the 60s or the 70s, doesn't that look like the artwork you remember seeing on wrapping paper or little ornaments that you might have had? Just such the cutest Santa. I love all the snowflakes. He's balancing all of these red and white packages for you. Just looks happy and jolly. I love the little rosy cheeks. So cute. Again, on a timer. So 6 hours on, 18 hours off, wonderful glow. Just a really great look. So that's one choice. Turn that one off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep the same base and then bring you the next one. All right. Our next special guest is a snowman. So he's a different type of snowman, more of a vintage look than our kind of more colorful, whimsical style. He's holding a candy cane. Look at the cute detail on his scarf. And then he has his wonderful little top hat and all of the snowflakes falling around him. And then finally, last but not least, ready? For those of you who love cardinals, we of course brought in this beautiful cardinal choice too. And the cardinal is sitting on this bough of holly or greenery and pine cones. Just exquisite, beautiful, so pretty. If you want to put this next to pictures of your loved ones, if this is something that you want to keep out, all year round, but certainly through the holidays and through the winter time, just a wonderful piece. Oh, Mary, I was just about to say, I love this as a gift, and you bought all 3 of them as gifts. Aren't they nice? And I will say, this is another one of those items when Bernadette and I were walking through all the showrooms in Atlanta, between her many years of working at QVC as a buyer and on the e-commerce team there, my many years as a host, all of the Christmas in July shows, all the collections I had helped design. Like, I've seen a lot. I had never seen anything like this. And that's why I was so excited about it. Like I said, Bernadette was teasing me, like, I'm not sure I get it, but okay. I'm like, I like it because it's new. It's different. The footprint's small. Like, if you know someone in assisted living, my mother-in-law was in assisted living for a while before she passed away. And she had this she went from, her house to really, a very small, almost studio style living space. So she didn't have a lot of room to put things out or store things. So this is the kind of thing where, yeah, there was room on the table for this. And yes, there was room in her little storage closet where we could put it away too. So Cardinal is one choice. Snowman is another choice. My favorite. I love this Santa so much. He just warms my heart. I feel like I have a Christmas ornament in my, remember Kylie, in my ornaments, I have one little Santa. He's like a little chubby red Santa with the white. Doesn't he look like that?
Exactly
So
like
cute,
that.
right? Like that's just Santa from days gone by of innocence and fun and just magic of Christmas, right? Like that just, that's why I believe, right? Is because of this Santa here. And then if you want one that's just a little bit bigger, I'll hold them up so you can see the scale. You can see the Santa's more of an arch, and the snowman in the snow globe, Let It Snow, is a little bit bigger of a square. But that kind of gives you a perspective on the two. All right, Kai, why don't we bring the lights up? And last thing I'm going to show everybody real quickly, this is more of a gift item, but if you're starting to think that way, Mary said she picked up our light up scenes. If you're starting to think, we do the cutest collection every year of coasters. And you might be like, coasters, that's kind of a random thing, but it's like, I love coasters and I love to change coasters out with the season. And I like to tie coasters into my decor. And I think they also make a wonderful gift because people want to protect their furniture surfaces, right? If it's an antique table, if it's, even if it's a glass table, they don't want to worry about anything damaging things underneath. So they're a great hostess gift for about the same money as you might spend on, a beautiful bouquet of flowers or a nicer bottle of wine. You can do these cute coasters. So here's one that we did. This is our whimsical collection. And look at the artwork here. So it's like a little mug of cocoa and this little snowman, and it says cheer. And then you get this cute little gingerbread that says sweet. And then you get Santa that says Merry. And you get the cute little reindeer that says jolly. They are not made of that. There's like a certain type of stone that is really known for absorbing, but they will absorb some. So again, if you have something that's dripping wet, I don't know that this is going to be for you. This is not maybe the product you're looking for. But if you are wanting something that, again, minimal condensation on a cup of some kind, just wanting to protect surfaces, it's cork on the back, these will do the job, no problem. So jolly, merry, sweet, cheer. All right, so that's our cute little whimsical set. However, we also did a set of beautiful cardinals. And so here is that set quickly. And it's just this beautiful, classic winter cardinal scene. Almost the exact same scene that we just saw on our light up, right? Very similar. So it has these beautiful cardinals, just so that you can see. And basically it's the same scene with cardinals. Trying to see which one I have here. Yeah, with cardinals facing different ways. So you'll get two facing this way, two facing that way. And these are done more on a weathered stone. So see how there's some imperfections there around the edges. It's supposed to be like that, that goes all the way around. And then we finally, last but not least, we have another set with cardinal that's a little bit more abstract and looks a little more hand painted. So, and it has a little bit more of like a blue spruce background. So you get this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we had these last year. They were very popular. So we did bring those back. And again, I just want you to see they're sort of like rough hewn around the edges. So you can see there's a little bit of imperfection to them, but I think that's what makes them interesting. And again, like here's my big jumbo Tervis mug. Perfect that way. Again, if there's condensation that rolls off of it a little bit, it's going to catch it. But if this whole thing was covered in it, then, I'm not sure that any coaster really is going to work on that. Okay, so that's our collection of coasters. There's some other, I think, limited ones available over on the shop. You can check that out over at justjillshop.com. I'll leave you with this reminder. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if you've been wanting to know when our 2024 Christmas Santa and Mrs. Claus from Buyer's Choice is going to be here, it's coming up tomorrow night. So make sure you're here. We probably won't make that item live until the show starts. I'm not sure what the plan is. Is that what the plan is, Kylie? Do you know? When is Buyers going live tomorrow?
It's going live right before the Facebook Live.
Right before the show. So if you want to see it, if you want to get yours, like I said, we did a limited edition, 100 of the Santas. We did a limited edition, 50 of the Misses, and that's all we're doing. So if you are interested in those, make sure that you're here tomorrow night so you can see them and hear the story of what we put together for you this year. We're excited about that. If you have any other questions, Susie's saying, what are the lit acrylics called? I can't find them on the site. What do we call them, Kylie? Light up scenes?
Light up scenes. I'll send them a link, and it will be the top two on that page.
Kylie will post the link for those, Susie, when we wrap up the Facebook Live. And if you go and look at the post of this live, they'll be at the top of the page. But if you look up, first of all, if you look in our whole Christmas decor collection, you'll find them. But I think we call them LED light up scenes. I think that's what they're called. Maybe that'll make it easier for you to find. Cindy was asking about my earrings. Yes, these are a labradorite, and they are by Satya. And we have a beautiful assortment of jewelry from Satya over at justjillshop.com. So please check those out. We have so many new things that we're constantly adding. So be sure to check back regularly. Also, one more thing too, don't forget, with as much as we're showing you with decor, if you want your home to smell cozy like Christmas, make sure you stock up on our Cozy Winter Cabin candle and room spray, as well as our Christmas tree room spray and candles, especially if you use artificial trees and you want that smell of Christmas in your home. Be sure to check those out. They're all made in the USA. And if you're still wanting that wonderful scent of the fall season, pick up our pumpkin spice candles, pick up our pumpkin spice wax melts. I have the wax melts going right now. Believe me, with all the cleaning that we're doing with the puppy messes, I wanted something that smelled really good in the house because there's a few things that haven't been smelling so good. And our pumpkin spice is just rich, and it's not overly cinnamony. It's just the perfect balance of what I think the ultimate pumpkin candle should smell like. I'll put it up against any other brand out there. It's an amazing fragrance. So if you like pumpkin spice, I hope you'll give that a try. All right. Well, I appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight. We ran a little bit over, but we often do. There's so much to get to. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. What do you say? I'm excited to show you our Buyer's Choice. We're also going to show you a couple of special things from the Muller family from Germany. I had the opportunity to meet fourth generation Ringo Muller. He showed me actually how some of the carving is done on the wood smokers and nutcrackers and beautiful, what are they called? Like you use the little candles with them, like rotating mobiles. All of those, I had the chance to see some of those done in person. So we'll show those to you coming up tomorrow night. We'll probably do a little bit shorter Facebook Live tomorrow night. We will not go an hour, but the star will certainly be that new set from Buyer's Choice. So looking forward to sharing that with you. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And I will see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Bye.